My name is Eric Akalaitis, current chair of the CLR. I am honored to have served on the board of directors for 12 years and to represent a company that has been a member of the CLR for 24 years. Along with its construction owner members, the building trades, and the many partnerships it has forged over the last half-century, the CLR has been a critical factor in bringing labor peace and security to the construction sector. In this video, you will be hearing from some of the leaders of our association, and we hope you take as much pride in our accomplishments as I do.
Vancouver, gateway to British Columbia and to Canada.
Well, I became aware of the CLR going way back, and that was a very volatile time for the unionized construction industry in British Columbia. You had everybody signing their own agreements at various times with various expiry dates. You didn't know 1 week to the next if there was either going to be a lockout sign or a strike sign by one of the trades that happened to be working on that site. I mean, it was chaos, and the public perception was not good.
My father was a carpenter before construction labor relations. I belonged to a family with 7 brothers and sisters that would have a carpenter, their father, not working due to a strike or a lockout, and not necessarily due to the carpenters union. It could have been another union that went on strike because they can't cross lines.
The unions had all the leverage. The employers realized that something had to change. The best way to do it was to try and get them all together so that the union had to deal with the association, and they have to bargain with CLR, and that's really what it was all about. The next challenge was to get as many union contractors as possible to join the association, and I thought, this is going to be a very interesting job.
So the organization was formed 50 years ago, but having the organization formed doesn't necessarily, presto, you've got labor peace. It's taken a lot of years to get there, but through determination, it was successful. We have gone 30 plus years without a strike. This has allowed us to see our customers, talk to our customers, to give them the certainty that we're there to meet their needs without labor disruption.
The CLR BC was the first established in Canada. The following year, in 1970, the CLR was formed in Alberta, then went to Saskatchewan, Manitoba. It's really been a leader in many factors of the industry.
It broadened our scope. When I became involved in the CLR, we were mainly focused on the residential market in the Lower Mainland, but being a province-wide organization, it opened our eyes to the industrial market as well as different sectors throughout the province.
There was a lot of work in British Columbia. The economy was doing extremely well.
Can you build it?
I'll need good people.
Make sure we get a union builder. Excellent. Good work.
Expo involved many pavilions from many countries around the world that had to be built. The government took the position that any contractor, if he's got the capabilities, is free to bid on the project. And from that day on, the message was clear. The non-union sector and the non-building trade sector were major factors.
Back in the 70s, there was very few non-union companies in the construction industry, and those that were quite small. Now, they're not small anymore.
Unionization levels are decreasing across North America, including the construction industry. We had to try and come up with ideas that would enhance the position of our contractors with the client community. The rehabilitation plan was the first of its kind in Canada, the skill plan, and we were the first association also that established a drug and alcohol policy with the building trades.
CLR can proudly say we helped build Vancouver. We helped build the Lower Mainland.
The pace of change in the Lower Mainland's been unbelievable. Our company and our member companies at CLR played a huge role in that.
From Canada Place to BC Place to the universities of Simon Fraser, UBC, a lot of our members have helped contribute and build that infrastructure. And not only built, but built properly.
During Expo, they built the SkyTrain. Now they're still expanding it. The bridges that have been built since then. And in the next 50 years, there will be other major changes. I think that's the only way you can go.
What you expect to get out of CLR, expect to put into CLR. Every association you belong to, if you want it to be better, if you want to lift it up and do the things that are required for that association, you have to get involved. Don't leave it to others. Be part of the group. That will make the difference.
They've been our right-hand man through all of the negotiations for several years. There's so much knowledge to be gained collectively. If you're a union contractor in British Columbia, you should be a member of the CLR.
My name is Ken McCormack. In April of this year, with the retirement of Clyde Scullin, I was hired as the new president and CEO of the CLR. I am honored to have been entrusted with the responsibility of leading this organization that can mark its history along with the growth and development of the province of BC for the past 50 years. Going forward, collective bargaining will continue to serve as a major pillar of the organization, but we also recognize that the association can offer much more. Over the course of the next year, we will be engaging our members and partners to get your input on new and value-added opportunities that we can focus our efforts on going forward. Whatever your ideas, we want to hear about it. It is an exciting time in the proud history of the CLR, and I hope that when we produce our next anniversary video, we'll be looking back on 2019 as the pivotal year that our association elevated itself to something even greater than it was before. The Board of Directors and I hope that we can count on your continued support, guidance, and leadership over the next 50 years.